Shalom, shalom. About Israel. It's Soldier Yaziel, Sons of Thunder. And today's little short topic is going to be about anger and forgiveness. We're just going to get into a little, a few precepts and a few verses or whatever on that. And, just touch on that a little bit. And first off, we're going to start off in the book of Ephesians. 4. Chapter 4. Let's see, 4:26. 4:26. Be ye angry and sin not. It's all right to get mad, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going to get mad, you know what I'm saying? But just don't let that mad let that being mad take you to a whole nother level. Make you do something you shouldn't be doing. Make you sin. Mm. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. And if you got an art with a brother or sister or whoever, don't let the sun go down before y'all clean that thing, fix that thing up. Y'all make amends and so you can sleep good. You don't want that burden on your head. You don't want to lay down with that and wake up with it the first thing on your mind in the morning. Because 9 times out of 10, you probably ain't gonna even be able to sleep that night because it's gonna bother you all night long. So you got to art with somebody, fix that thing. You know, you know, need to give your place to the devil because that's what you'll be doing. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be letting him run you. You're gonna be letting him burden you. You're gonna be feeling all crazy and just hot and mad for no reason. You're gonna lose sleep. You're gonna probably lose your appetite and everything else. Just let that thing go. It ain't healthy. Just let that thing go. All right. Get over here in the book of James. This is the book of James, 1 verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. You know, just don't go off about what somebody says. Don't let nothing bother you. You know what I'm saying? Manifest in your spirit like that, because it just ain't good. It ain't healthy at all. You know what I'm saying? I got a precept for that over here in Sirach too. Let's see. Uh, should be 11. Sirach 11:7. And this will help you. You know what I'm saying? This will help you not do that. Sirach 11:7. Blame not before thou hast examined the truth. Understand first and then rebuke and then correct. You know what I'm saying? Hear somebody out. Make sure they saying exactly what you getting mad about before you even get mad, because it might not even be that case. Examine that thing. Verse 20. For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God. See, you wailing off on, anger and doing something stupid, maybe even come to a fight or whatever the hell it may be. It's not righteous. And it is not the way of the Most High. He ain't put you here for that. You have your time, for your wrath, in the end times when he sets you free on the other nations. But right now, never your brother and never no time period right now. Just let that thing go. Just let it go. Okay, let me bounce over here. Back over to Ephesians. Oh, jump back over here. Ephesians 4 and 31. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. He said, let all that stuff go right there. Let it all go. And be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as the Most High, even as God, for Christ's sake, has forgiven you. The Most High did that thing. He gonna forgive you for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? Let all that stuff go, man. All right. Let me get to the Book of Psalms. Uh, the Book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 8. Another precept. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Freight not thyself in any wise to do evil. It says, stay away from anger again. Stay away from wrath. Because anger brings on wrath, and you don't want to do nothing where you're gonna regret. You know what I'm saying? Freight not thyself any wise to do evil. Just stay away from that thing. You know, it just ain't gonna turn out good. It ain't gonna for neither party. It definitely ain't gonna be good for your soul. Proverbs 15. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 15, and verse 1. A soft anger turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. Be mild mannered, man. You know what I'm saying? With your answers. Don't talk loud. Just talk real sporty to somebody. Because that's going to cause probably the other man or the other sister to go off and let that devil get to them and get in their spirit and make them do something they going to regret. Because, grievous words, like you say in the script, grievous words stir up anger. You know what I'm saying? Watch what you say. Watch how you say it. Because that can conduct a person and make them do it can conduct them in an unorderly fashion and make them do something stupid. Book of Matthew 18, verse 15. Okay. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 18, and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brethren shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. You don't need no crowd. You don't need nobody that is going to stir it all up, you know what I'm saying, and make you humbuckers. You don't need nobody else in your business because it ain't their business. It's just between you and that other individual. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. And if y'all can come to a conclusion and agreement and make amends, you found yourself a faithful, righteous brother in this truth. And that's what you want to have. You want to have a brother like that in this truth. You don't need no brother that's going to vex your spirit. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay away from stuff like that. If you can't come to a conclusion, give it a little time, give it a little break, but try to make amends before the sun goes down. You know what I'm saying? If you can get to that brother or that sister, make amends before the sun goes down. You know what I'm saying? Clean your spirit, clean your heart. Okay. Well, we hit a mark. Uh, verse 11. And verse 25. Mark 11, verse 25. And when ye stand praying, forgiving, if ye have aught against any, there's precept to that. what I just said. If you have aught against any, that your Father also which is in heaven may forgive you your trespasses. Like I say, if you got a problem with a brother, if you got an aught with a brother, fix it. You know what I'm saying? Try your best, do your damnedest to make amends. You know what I'm saying? Because if you expect forgiveness from the Most High, you're gonna have to forgive your brother. And if you can't forgive your brother, the Most High ain't gonna never forgive you. He don't want you. What can you do for him but cause up a whole lot of turmoil amongst the nation? And we don't need that in the nation. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to refrain from that thing. You're gonna have to fix that thing. Do what you need to do. Colossians. All right, let me find here little pages. So Bob, I don't got sticky playing with it so much. Um, let me go over. Let me go over. It's over in Proverbs. 29 and 22. This is the book of Colossians. Shalom. Proverbs 29 and verse 22. An angry man stirreth up strife, and a furious man aboundeth in transgression. You can't walk around and being angry all the time. If you're angry, all you're gonna do is make trouble for yourself and everybody else around you. That's all. You're just gonna stir up a whole bunch of foolishness. You know what I'm saying? And just make problems that nobody really needs. Nobody need problems. You know, like that. Um. Uh, all right. I think there is one over in Colossians. If I ain't mistaken though. I want to bring it. Colossians 3 and 13. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, so also do ye. Yeah, that's that precept right there. Forbearing one another. Read this again. Forbearing one another and forgiving one another. This is what you should be doing. This is the only thing you should be doing. This is the behavior that you should be having yourself in right now. This is what you should be attaining to. If any man have a quarrel against any, even as Christ forgave you, forgive him. Forgive him. You don't hold that on his head. And you really don't hold that on your heart because it ain't going to do it but rip you apart. I think I got one more over here in Romans. Romans 12 and 2. Romans 12 and 2. And this is a good way to abide by this scripture right here to keep you from doing that. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because you can stay away from this, from living like this, or being in this world. All right, let me just read it to you. Romans 12 and 2. And be not conformed to this world. If you can stay and away from the ways of this world, it won't be hard at all. But be ye transformed by the renewing of your heart. I mean, I must like it by the renewing of your mind, because you got to get your mind in order. You got to have your mind on the level pace. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be jumping off the cliff, flying off the mouth, and all that kind of stuff. You know, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. You know what I'm saying? If you can stay away from the ways of this world and you can transform your mind into these laws, statutes, and commandments and keep it in this here book, you know what I'm saying? You will know what's good and acceptable to the Most High. You will automatically do that thing because it'll be in your spirit. You know, so with that, that's just a few verses I wanted to bring out about, anger and forgiveness, speak on that a little bit. So, kind of help you out. Because everybody needs a little help, and everybody gets mad at times and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But you can't let that stuff vex your spirit. It just ain't good. It ain't good for nobody, not no party on either side of the fence. You might as well come together and be as brothers and be as sisters. And with that, so is Yaziel, Sons of Thunder, Shalom.